Hi, my name is Jesty, and welcome to another episode of Jestycraft. I'm currently here standing in front of Yort's new hobbit hole that we built last episode. I forgot to mention in that episode that what I'm planning to do is every episode leading up to the 200th episode special, I'm going to do a build of some sort. So last episode was Yort's hobbit hole, and this episode is going to be my barn. So after nearly 200 episodes, I'm finally going to build a barn for my animals. But yes, I'm also here because last episode I asked you guys to leave some interesting comments on what we can call this section in my world now. What I did, I transformed this section of our plains into a roofed forest because like I said a couple of episodes ago, I'm bringing more biomes closer to me. So we're just going to kind of transform some areas in my world just so we can have changes of scenery here and there. So a few of you guys left some interesting comments and I'm going to combine a couple of them into what we're going to call this today. So this area will now be known as the Enchanted Hollow. So thank you Sophia and thank you Timothy for the suggestions. I think it's perfect because it's enchanted because it looks just so magical, and it's hollow because this river runs through it, so it's technically kind of hollow in the center of it. But yeah, I think that works perfectly. So let's hurry up and get started on what we need to do for this episode. I first off want to go home and grab some armor because in between the episodes when I was leveling out the area that we're going to build the barn in, some pillagers showed up. It was a pillager patrol and they just kind of popped out of the woods out of nowhere and they just stared me down and pointed their crossbows at me. They didn't attack me though, and I stayed kind of far from them. So I left the area and came back and they were gone. So that's all we need to do, but just in case they sneak up on me and they're close enough to start firing, I want to be protected. I didn't want to engage them because I know if you, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I know if you attack or kill the one with the like the banner on its head, that's the patrol captain. And if you kill him, that triggers the bad omen effect. And I want to do that on camera when I'm ready to kind of tackle those new advancements. So yeah, we're going to save that for later. But okay, now that I have some armor on, let's go outside. I have my little station set up already and I am ready to get started. I'm really excited. I have the coolest idea. I'm also going to do just like I did in the horse stable episode. I'm going to look down so I don't show off the shape as much as possible. But I'm not going to lie, this shape is kind of hard to hide. Unlike the horse stable one, I think it's kind of noticeable, but it might not be because it's mostly about the details that we put on the roof later. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, I have my setup here. So like I said, I went and mined a bunch of stuff, hence my 50 levels that I have now. I mined so much terracotta. I started mining the red version at first because you can get red directly from the mesa. I didn't mine here. I mined deeper in the mesa so we don't like destroy my mountain view. But that was taking a long time because like you can see, it's just like little strips here and there. But look at this, the regular terracotta is much more abundant. So I started doing that and I filled an entire double chest with terracotta. Obviously I don't have that here, it's in my storage room downstairs at my house. But yeah, I also went to the, what is the biome called? The Nether. There we go. I also went to the Nether and mined a bunch of quartz. And that's really where I got those 50 levels from, mining quartz. Again, this isn't all of it. Most of it is in my house. And yeah, I do want to start off with this. Last episode, I made a mistake. I talked about when we were making our stone cutter, I said that to craft it, you use 1 iron bar and 3 smooth stone. This is called regular stone. A lot of Minecrafters used to call it smooth stone because when you break it, it turns into cobblestone and then you have to put it in the furnace and smelt it to get the smooth version again. Oh. Wanda has become my new favorite. She shows up with the worst traits. I'm curious. Let me just see what she has today. 1 emerald for blue dye, 4 emeralds for 1 slime ball. That's ridiculous. Wanda. 5 emeralds for a dark oak. This is sad. Her trades are awful. She's my new favorite though. She just pops up out of nowhere as you can see, and she hangs out for a little bit. But one time she showed up, she wanted 3 emeralds for 1 piece of kelp. 3 emeralds for 1 piece of kelp, and I just burst out laughing. Like, it was ridiculous. But yeah, Wandering Wanda is my new favorite. Oh look, she has 2 of the brown llamas today. But yeah, let's just let her go about her business. Hopefully she won't get in my way too much. I'm just gonna push you out of the way. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the stone. So yes, now look at this. If you place stone in the furnace again, like some regular stone, you actually get a block called smooth stone, and that's the only way you can make these stone slabs now. It used to be you could just use the stone that you had, do this, and you would get those stone slabs, but now you get regular stone slabs like this. And then, oops, I did not mean to make those. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I have a new recipe unlocked. But yeah, I want these. Well, I need 1 more. Let me just let it smelt all the way. And that's how we're going to get our smooth stone slab. So we have smooth stone that we're going to get. There we go. And now using this, we can make smooth stone slabs. So I'm gonna need a lot. Let's grab that back and let's put this in here as much as we can. Okay, next up, the dye. So I don't know if you guys know this, but if you get a 2-block tall flower, if you bone meal it, I'm just gonna place it here. If you bone meal it, you get more of that flower. So I'm just gonna do this. Let's pick up all of this. And now I can get 2 red dye from each one of those. So we'll have a total of 24. I'm gonna dye the red clay or terracotta as I need to, because once you die, you can turn it back. So I'm gonna just go as I need to. We might need more than this, we might need less, I don't know. But that way, if I want to turn these into other colors in the future, I can. What else? Oh yeah, the quartz. Look at this. Another new block in 1.14. If you place quartz inside of a furnace, you get smooth quartz. And if you watch season 1 of Jestycraft, I complained about this a lot. Look at this. If we get some regular quartz down here, I used to complain about it because I really wanted to always build with quartz, but look, you can see the like outline of the blocks, and I hated that. I hated that block pattern. It was okay for tile inside of the house and everything, but for just like us, like my pillars, I didn't want to use quartz because I didn't want it to look like stacked up blocks. So initially I was going to do bone blocks, but that was taking too long. And then when 1.12 came out with the concrete, I turned it into concrete blocks, because at first it was I used the white it was white clay at the time, but now it's like white terracotta, and I didn't like it because it was kind of pink. But yes, now we have white pillars. But look, now after smelting this, look at my smooth quartz. Look at this. No bars in it. I am kind of excited about this because not only that, you can also make stairs and slabs with the smooth. So now we actually have a solid white block that has more than just blocks available. We have stairs and slabs, so we can do a really detailed build. So I don't know what I'm gonna build, but I'm definitely gonna build something entirely out of smooth quartz, and we'll have an entirely white, like, detailed building. So I'm gonna think about ideas that I can come up with, and I hopefully can come up with something before the 200th episode. But yeah, the sun is going down. Let me put my bed down. I'm also gonna just kind of leave this here, and we'll just have a little setup. Oh, I can't sleep yet. As soon as the sun touches the horizon, we can sleep though. So just kind of touch the ground. I can't see because these trees are in the way, but I think it's kind of there already. I'm just gonna spam click until we can sleep. Oh, that's Wanda. She's drinking her invisibility potions. So as soon as I sleep, she'll come back out live. Yep, look, now she's gonna drink some milk to bring it away. That's really funny. You're kind of loud. Can you kind of like mosey along somewhere else for a bit? Let me just grab this. Here we go. And this. So we need to get started. I'm wasting way too much time. I'm just like talking and not doing anything. There we go. Okay, so unlike the horseshoe stable, I was able to adjust the roof as needed. This I can't. This border has to be the roof no matter what. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make the barn underneath it very simple. So at this flat section, we always want a 1-block overlap for the roof. So that's gonna be the overlap, and I'm just gonna, oops, I didn't mean to place that there. Let me get it back. That's gonna be our overlap, and what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna make a straight line this way, because our barn is going to essentially be a box. Let me just come here until I touch the front of this. And here we also want a 1-block overlap. So this corner, will this matter? Because technically this will be red. Yeah, it'll just be, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, and the front I am gonna have to adjust the the barn front, because this is gonna be too much of an overhang. I do want a slight overhang, because if you look at barn pictures, they sometimes have a little overhang in the front where the hayloft is, and that's what we're gonna kind of create here. But for right now, I'm just gonna go straight across like so. We'll adjust it later. But let's do the back, because here is also going to be a 1-block overlap, this little flat section here. So I want to connect these sections in a square or rectangle. So let's just come back like so. There we go. And we'll do the same here. So what I'm planning to do, there's 4 protruding sections, 2 here and then 2 on the other side. Those are going to be the pens for the 4 animals that'll live here. It's just going to be the, oh, I'm already out that fast. Wow. Okay. I'm definitely going to need more than what I have in this box right here. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be enough. No, it's not. Let me just grab my dye. Okay, that'll be good enough for now, and I'll make more later. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, those will be the pens, because the only animals we're gonna keep here are our basic farm animals. So cows, pigs, sheep, and chickens. So let me just do like I'm doing, and it'll meet here. Perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna make a frame and connect the box. Oops. There, okay. So obviously it's not gonna be solid. We're gonna need an entrance. So let me do this. Is this centered with this? Yes. Let's do about a couple more. Okay, that'll be our entrance. And then we're gonna need to open up this section here because this will be the way to get to this animal's pen, whatever animal I put there. Same thing on this side. Let's just open it up a little bit. And in the corners where these are, do we want it like this? Like a little opening like so? Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we can get back here. Or do I want to kind of open the actual corner itself? Do I want it to be like this? Get to there. Either one can work. We'll experiment. We'll figure it out later. But let me just grab this. And okay, so now we need to do a frame. So I want this to be about 5 blocks high. So again, this is going to be red here. I'll remove the prismarine later. This is just for an outline. Yeah, okay. So what I'm thinking is this side, the sides will be the lowest section because the pins are going to have like roofs over them. And so that'll be the lowest section. And then in the middle, we'll kind of slope up gradually on the sides. And then in the middle, we'll have a very kind of peak thing. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this. I'll get back to you guys as soon as we have something decent. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I am back. It is quite a while later. This build is proving way more tricky than I anticipated, and I've been spending a lot of time trying to figure out a shape that I like, and I finally have, but it's looking kind of weird. I'm going to show you guys what I have so far. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not 100% satisfied with how this is turning out, but this is where we're at. So let me show you. Okay, so I decided to make the kind of barn that has these slight slope on the sides and then like this kind of peak part, which I kind of explained a little bit earlier. But this was the issue over here. I was trying to get a top section. I wanted this kind of thing, and to get these windows that I plan to put up here even, I had to push the front forward, which was fine because I wanted to do that anyway, but I couldn't really go too far forward because if I go far forward, look at this, it just starts to look weird. So I want the front to be as flat as possible. That leaves this really, really long overhang. So I am planning to make a hayloft, which is why that hole is up there, and there's usually like a little pulley system here with like a little like where they pick the hay up from the ground. So that's gonna hang on this little overlap, but it didn't need to be this long. But like I said, this roof I can't alter. I can only alter the building underneath. So I think this is just gonna have to be how it's gonna be. I could put that on the ground because again, the roof is only what we're gonna be seeing from the map technically. So I can put that stuff down here in the ground and it'll still connect to the top of that, but I don't want to do that. I want the bottom of this to look as normal as possible because that's what's gonna balance out the roof. Because I'm not gonna lie, the roof is gonna be crazy. The roof is gonna be crazy. It kind of looks aerodynamic. This building right now is very pointy up here and it looks like it has wings. This is looking really strange. This is by far going to be my oddest and strangest build yet. But we can say this, it will be the most unique barn you've probably ever seen. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. So let me grab some of my quartz because this is really gonna make a huge difference. I'm gonna grab a couple of stacks. Let's split one of these into 2 and let's use the stone cutter to turn all of this into slabs and all of this into stairs. There we go. And let me just kind of put all of this in my hot bar. So I'm gonna keep the bottom of the barn 2 colors, red and white, nothing else, because the roof is gonna be very colorful and we're gonna need this to be normal. Otherwise this is gonna look way crazy. But yeah, we're just gonna use this quartz to line up all of the entrances and like windows and stuff. I'm gonna put that there, and then we'll put a little trim of slabs underneath here, and that's instantly gonna start making it look more like a barn. So over here for like some windows, I'm planning to do the same window design that I did in the hobbit hole, like that. So we won't be able to put glass. Well, I guess we could if we went behind it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as an open hole. I think that'll work fine anyway. And yeah, this will look really cool. So I'm gonna do the same thing right here, just so we can kind of get a concept of what this will probably look like in the future, like once I get more stuff kind of done. Yeah, I think this is gonna be cool. I think this is gonna work. We'll put more details and everything, like as far as like, I don't know, I do want to put like something to kind of look like it's holding up this huge overlap, because otherwise that will just look kind of odd. So I might put some kind of like what is it called, like a support beam or something up there. Let's go inside here. So this is the pin for one of the animals. I'm gonna line this all with like fences down here, and I'm gonna follow the shape that's up there. So this will be where whatever animal I decide to put here is, but here's gonna be the door. We're gonna do the same thing we did in the front, and let's just line this with some half slabs. Now these side corners, I decided to do the corner like this instead of like keeping it flat. So I had to do an angled kind of door. So we're just gonna do the same thing, but this is gonna require me to actually open this section up because otherwise it'll look weird, it'll look too narrow. So let's do this and line that with the quartz. There we go. Let me pick up all of these and let's do the same thing with the slabs. Oops, didn't mean to put that there. Let me grab that back. And I think this will look fine. I think this will match. And I have this huge opening here. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I guess I could do a row of windows or something. But it is gonna kind of look, I don't know, because this is a huge open space. I'm gonna have to figure out something to make the inside of this. I guess the pins could come inside a little bit. And that way it wouldn't be, because that, yeah, that would look really odd if I just have pins and like, what would I put in here? Like this massive box. I'll figure that out later, but this is what I'm gonna do. So now that I at least have a shape that I'm like satisfied with for the moment, I'll probably change it in between, who knows, I don't know, but this is where we're at right now. Now that I at least have something that I'm kind of okay with, I'm gonna match the side, because I've only been doing the right side as you can see, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the left side and make them match. So I guess next time you see me, I'll have more things done and then we will talk about what I came up with. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it is several days later, both in the game and in real life. I've been working on this barn for so long, but it's actually starting to look like a barn. So let me show you what it looks like so far. So I added some barn doors. Barns usually have these sliding doors. So what I did, I added a stone stair kind of track in there, and it looks like the doors kind of hang on that and can slide back and forth. They don't move, but we can just pretend that they do. I also raised these windows. At first I built them down here, but when I put the doors there, you couldn't see them. So yeah, I raised them up, and I think it looks a lot better that way anyway. Here's my hayloft. I have the support beams like I said I was gonna do. There's no roof yet. As you can see, it's all hollow if you look up, but we will do that later. I do want to show you from the side. Initially, I was planning to do glass windows in this top section that I showed you a while ago, but I realized if I do the windows down here with this white trim, I should do the windows up there the same to keep everything consistent. So I widened the top section just a little bit so I can make it bigger so I can fit in those trims. So yeah, it's 1 block wider on both sides now, and I think that works a little bit better. But let's look at the interior. So like I said, I brought the pins kind of partially inside and also outside, so the animals have a choice. They could be inside the barn or outside. I'm gonna put the cows and the sheep in the front 2 pins because these are the biggest pins and they're also the biggest of the animals. And yeah, I decided to add more doors. I was gonna do windows, but it looked kind of odd, so I just did a lot of doors. So they have 2 options. They can go out of door 1 or door 2. This is just an exit. I'm probably going to connect a path to the fishing dock path over here, and that'll be a way to connect over there. I don't know what I'm going to do about the back door and this other side door. I might just seal them off. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'm just kind of deciding right now. I was just keeping everything symmetrical for the moment. I'm going to put the pigs and the chicken in the back 2 pins because these are the smallest pins and they're the smallest of the animals. But yeah, this is not the roof. This is just a kind of top section. Well, I guess it's like an interior roof, but this is so we can get up here to the hayloft. I'm gonna put bales of hay up here and some barrels, and it's just gonna look like a barn basically. But yeah, that's basically the barn so far. I like it, but we just need to do the roof, which I'm gonna do off camera because if I do that with you guys, it'll give it away, and that's part of the big reveal. So I think the next time you see, I'll just have the barn complete with the decorations and everything. I might decorate with you guys, I don't know, but the roof is going to be done the next time you see me because yeah, I want to kind of reveal the image from the map view. Okay, let's head on over to the squidtuary. I'm actually going to pass through the enchanted hollow. I just like flying through this, and it's kind of fun just because it's kind of narrow and I run the risk of hitting something, but so far I've done it pretty well every time I've tried it. So yeah, we're good. Here we go. And to the squidtuary we go. So every time I'm here, like in between episodes, I always do inventory because I'm so afraid that one of my subscribers are just gonna like disappear or suffocate in a block down here. But so far, no one has like disappeared. Everyone is here since like the first like subscriber. All of the squid, the fish, and now we have turtles and the dolphin. Everything is living quite well here. So okay, today's subscriber that we are adding is Umbreon. Umbreon always leaves the most interesting comments. They're always so random, but I find them really, really funny. So I'm gonna do something a little different today. These fish, they all school together. So let me just find them here. Well, maybe they're not all together. Okay, well, I guess Jeremiah just kind of went on his own, but they were all schooled a while ago. Here's the other 3. I'm gonna put Umbreon down here. Actually, let me just show you what type of fish it is. Umbreon is a Moorish idol. So there we go. Umbreon, join your friends in the Squidtuary. They're all over here. He did not find them. They'll find each other eventually. I'm curious though, I don't know how Jeremiah got cut off from everybody, because they usually kind of stick together. Okay, let me get back up here and put this bucket away. So yeah, the next time you'll see me will be when I go ahead and do the roof, and I'll do the big reveal of what the shape is. Quick question. Have any of you figured out what the shape is by now? I'm curious. I don't think it's really that noticeable, especially without the details. But if any of you have kind of figured it out, let me know in the comments. But okay, next time you see me will be the big reveal. So I will see you shortly. Okay, the moment has come. The barn is complete. I've moved all of the animals into it, and it is time to show you guys what it looks like on the map. So without further ado, here it is. I turned it into my version of the Hogwarts crest. So I'm calling it the JestyRealm crest, hence the JR in the middle. It just kind of looks like a fancy R, but it's a J combined with the R. I kind of incorporate that into some of my builds. I think I'm going to start incorporating that into all of my builds from now on in some way or form. But yeah, so we have all of the animals sorted into their respective houses, and I think it turned out so cool, so cool. But yeah, I do want to say this. The roof doesn't look nearly as crazy as I thought it would. For some reason, I thought I was going to be able to see the colors more from like down here, but you really can't. You only see like the thin layer of the carpet. You mostly see the stone slabs. So I think it's fine. Like it actually looks okay to me. Like yes, you can see like a lot of color variations. By the way, I used every single color on the roof except for light blue and magenta. Those were the only 2 colors that weren't used, but every other color is used up there somewhere. But yes, I dyed all of my sheep because I needed a lot of different colors of wool. But let's just give you guys a tour of the barn. So like I said, here's the hayloft. I put my little hay pulley here. It's just iron bars holding up some hay. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I added some redstone lamps or lanterns. Are they called redstone lamps or redstone lanterns? I don't know, but I added them inside of this like window here because it was kind of deep and you really couldn't see inside. So I went ahead and added that just so we could see something in the window. Okay, the entire floor of the barn I turned into coarse dirt because I didn't want grass in here. So on the inside of the pens is coarse dirt, but as it transitions to the outside, I put grass. Well, I didn't put grass, it was already there, but I left it as grass, mostly because the sheep need to eat grass. All the other animals don't really need it, but I think it still works. I think we have coarse dirt in here and then outside it goes into grass. This emblem on the floor here, I needed some kind of lighting because mobs kept spawning in the middle of this. Like the lights on the side were fine, but here they could spawn. So initially I was putting just piles of hay everywhere, like in the middle, like a big pile of hay. But yeah, it was really dark in here, so I came up with this. There's glowstone under all of these carpets, and then I have again the house colors in their respective quadrants. I kind of made this expensive because these are lapis blocks. These are gold blocks. Over here we have redstone blocks, and over here we have emerald blocks. So that was not necessary. I could have used just some like concrete or something, but I wanted it to look fancy. And yeah, again, a little JR. This is the best that I could do in this small of a little place to build in. So this one doesn't really look like a J and an R at all. This just looks like an R, if that. I don't know, but that's the best I could come up with. But yeah, it's supposed to be a JR, initials for JestyRealm. Okay, so yes, we have the cows over here. We have the chickens. We have the sheep in this pen, and then the chickens are back here. I'm storing the eggs in these barrels here. I made barrels and I have them kind of just sprinkled around. But yeah, this is where I'm storing. Look at all of the eggs. This is crazy. By the way, I don't know what kind of mechanic this is, but the chickens, whenever they come into the barn, look, it's about to happen. They always swim across this the water trough here, and then they land, they look around, they sometimes jump down, and then when they exit, they go back the same way. I don't know what and their programming makes them do that, but they very rarely just walk in here without doing what it's doing right now. Like they always come in and do this. I want to wait for another chicken to do it just so I can show you guys that I'm not making this up. Come on chickens, you can do it. One of you, come on in. Are we gonna have to wait for a long time? I don't know. Oh look, this one's doing it. Here we go. Look at this. Like, I don't know why they do this, but it's really funny. Okay, the llamas and pigs are in this pen. The llamas are not going to be here. I have them here temporarily because I'm going to make them a special place because they don't fit within the 4 basic farm animals. But yeah, the pigs are back here. I put them in the mud pit. So they're having a good time back here. And I just used a bunch of terracotta, and this is like some path blocks, some carpets. And yeah, I just tried to make it look like it's muddy. Because look, it's very close to the water, so I figured it will most likely turn into mud if they're like trampling around this close to the bank. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much it for down here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, so let's go up into the hayloft. I changed a few things up here. Well, not really. I just removed the fences that I had around the whole thing. And I added these posts because the fences, I don't know, it just made it look a little cramped up here. I think it looks better without them. And in most barns, it is just like a overhang without a fence like blocking it. So yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. And yes, I have piles of hay over here. Again, because we're taking it from the little hay pulley and like placing them there. I'm probably going to put more hay bales up here in like this middle section, but I didn't have enough. I need to build a better farm. I think that's going to be one of the builds later on in the future. I need to build a better farm system. So yeah, that might be a thing that happens in the future. But yeah, that's basically the completed barn. I think it looks so cool. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with this. Like, this turned out so much better than I thought it would. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. And I like that I have incorporated all of the little animals into their quadrants. Okay, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!